Recording in progress.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
What was the last discussion?
RxJS.
Okay, Rx is operator, right? Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
Not from
No.
me.
Okay, great. Then let me continue where we left off. So yesterday we were discussing all these operators. We discussed merge map, switch map, concat map, adjust map, all these operators we discussed. So as we discussed, RxJS has hundreds of operators, but all of them are not important. We discussed the important ones, and in future we will get a chance to discuss a couple of more, but the important ones we discussed. No need to worry about other things. If you get a chance, you can go through the operators mentioned here and just try to understand how they are working. The most important ones I discussed, but the list is not limited to that. Yeah. Today, we are going to discuss how can we manage state of the application using RxJS. How can we manage the state of the application using RxJS, and how many type of observables we have. Okay, we have two type of observables. One is hot observable, one is cold observable. What is cold observable and what is hot observable? Whatever we have been discussing for last 2 3 days, they are cold observables. What is cold observable? A cold observable waits until an observer subscribes to it before it begins to emit items. One observable is called cold when it waits for at least one subscriber. If there is no subscriber, the observable will not emit any data. If there is at least one subscriber, then only it will emit the data. So if that kind of observable we see, we call them as cold observable. In case of cold observable, the observable will emit data only if at least one subscriber is there. If there is no subscriber, it will not emit the data. If there is at least one subscriber, it will emit the data. But on the other hand, a hot observable may start emitting the items as soon as it is created. As soon as it is created, it will start emitting the data. It doesn't care whether there is a subscriber or not. And so any observer who later subscribes to that observable may start observing the sequence somewhere in the middle. What is hot observable? A hot observable will start emitting the data, will not wait for subscribers. If somebody subscribes the observable after the observable has emitted two values, then the subscriber will get only the third value onwards. The subscriber is going to miss the already emitted values by observable. Normal observables are cold, but subject, behavior subject, replay subject, these are hot observables, which we are going to discuss today. Any question so far?
No.
No.
No, sir.
So today we are going to discuss a subject. Subject is a type of observable. Subject is a type of observable, and this subject is a hot observable. And using subject and all, we will be able to manage the state of the application. We can manage the state of the application using subject, or else we can say we can share data from one component to another component using subject. This is another way using which we can share data from one component to another component. Okay. The actual state management thing we will be discussing using NGRX. There is a library called NGRX. Using NGRX, we will be able to manage the global state of our application. But if we want to have a data that should be used by 2-3 components using subject, that is also possible. We will discuss enough examples. We just started with this. We will have enough examples. Please wait for some time. Okay. Subject. So whatever observables we were creating yesterday, they are cold observable, but subject is not cold. Subject is hot observable. Okay. How it is different from other observable? Let's understand. An observable allows us only to subscribe. What we can do with observable, we can only subscribe the data. We are only subscribers. Whereas a subject allows us to both publish and subscribe. If we have a subject, using subject, we can publish new data, we can subscribe. So a subject can act as both publisher and subscriber. Using subject, we can publish the data, we can listen the data. Two things we can do. A subject, if you ask me what is subject, it is a predefined class in RxJS. It's a predefined class. A subject allows our services to be used as a both publisher and subscriber. When our Angular service uses a subject, our Angular service can act like a publisher also, can act like a subscriber also. Subjects are like event emitters. They maintain a registry of many listeners. They will have a registry where they will maintain how many subscribers are there. Subject is a special type of observable. Subject is a special type of observable that allows values to be multicasted to many observers, while plain observables are unicast. Unicast means when we have plain observable, there will be one publisher, there will be one subscriber. Whereas when we think about subject, subject allows values to be multicasted to many observers. There can be many observers, and whenever we insert one data to subject, all the people, those who are subscribing, they will get notifications. Data can be pushed into a subject, and subject subscribers will in turn receive that pushed data. Subjects are useful for multicasting or when a source of data is not easily transformed into an observable. Okay. Okay. These all are theories, nothing much. Maybe I have repeated most of the statements. I will go through this list and will try to reduce few statements. Fine. If we try to compare how observable and subject are different, even subject is a special observable. It is more powerful than plain observable. If we try to understand how plain observable and subjects are different, plain observable is just a function. It has no state, whereas subject has state. It can remember the value of variable and it stores the data in memory. Observable is cold. It needs at least one subscriber. Subject is hot. It doesn't need any subscriber. Observable, the code runs for each observer. Subject, the same code run once for all the observers. So if there are two subscribers, it will run two times. If there are two subscribers, the same code will not be executed two times. Using observable, we can create only observable. I mean data producer only. But here it can be a data producer, it can be a data consumer also. What is the usage? If you want to create a simple observable with only one observer, go with observable. If you want to store data and modify frequently, go with subject. You want to have multiple subscribers listening to the data, go with subject. So these are the two use cases where we should go with subject. This is the use case where we should go with observable. Again, the same thing is repeated. Observables are cold, subjects are hot. It is unidirectional. Observer cannot assign value to observable. Observer can only listen the data from observable. So we have one observable, we have one subscriber. Subscriber, what power subscriber has? Subscriber has the power only to read the data from publisher, right? As a subscriber, can I add another data? No, right? But subjects are bidirectional. As a subscriber, I can read the data. I can insert the data also. Observer can assign value to observable. That is also possible. So these three are the most important points. Please remember. Again, when we talk about subjects, there are different type of subjects we have. We have subject, behavior subject, replay subject, async subject. There are four types of subjects we have. There are four type of subject we have. We have subject, behavior subject, replay subject, async subject. What is plain subject? In plain subject, the subscriber will get only upcoming values. In case of plain subject, the subscriber will get only upcoming values. Only upcoming values means, suppose I am joining, I am becoming a subscriber of Airtel in the month of February. I am eligible only for all the upcoming plans, not the plans which were there before I joined Airtel. behavior subject. The subscriber will get one previous value and all the upcoming values. If it is behavior subject, when I join Airtel in the month of February, they say, okay, if you join today, there is one offer for you. What is the offer? Whatever plan we had last month, you are eligible for last month plan plus all the upcoming plans. Replay subject. A replay subject will get all the previous values and all the upcoming values. Async subject will get the latest value when the stream gets closed. Maybe all these statements are not 100% clear to everyone. Once we see examples, they will be more clear. Okay, I'll create one example and huh, huh. Now publisher and subscriber we create. Let's say this is publisher and this is subscriber. What subscriber can do? Now tell me what subscriber can do. Only can read the data, right? Subscriber is a reader, right? Not a writer, right? But if it is a subject, if it is observable, the subscriber can only read the data from observable, cannot write something. What what power the subscriber has? The subscriber has only reading power, not the writing power, right? But when we use subject and all, the subscriber has writing power also. Understood? Hmm. For that, I'll create another file. So I'll create a file. I'll create a component. The component name will be subject demo one. Subject demo one. Subject demo one. Subject demo one. Now I'll go to subject demo one. Oh, it's not yet created. Subject. Oh, is it not valid? What is the problem? Okay. Subject demo one. Okay. Subject demo one. Fine. So localhost subject demo one is working. Fine. So in this subject demo one, suppose I will create one subject. Subject demo. Subject demo. Now subject demo is the method. In this subject demo, I'll create a publisher. To create a publisher, I'll write let car publisher is equal to new subject. Is it observable or it's a subject?
Object.
Yeah. So it's a subject. We can call it as subject. We can call it as it's a special observable. It is more powerful than plain observable. So it's a subject. The name is cars publisher. Now, so this is cold or hot?
Hot.
hot. Okay. Cars publisher dot next Tata. Cars publisher dot next Honda. Now it published two things. After this, one subscriber came and joined. Someone came and joined. I'm subscriber one. I'm subscriber one. Cars subscriber one is equal to cars publisher dot subscribe. I want to subscribe your data. Will get one car console dot log car. So how many data this subscriber will get? How many?
2.
Two.
2 or less.
No. When this guy joined, by the time this guy joined, already two data are published. So this guy is not eligible for this data, right? If you
Right.
see here, it will get nothing. The subscriber will get nothing. So this subscriber joined in the month of March. When this guy joined in the month of March, in January, a new plan is already launched. In February, a new plan is already launched. So this guy is no more eligible for the old plans. He is eligible for only the upcoming plans, and there is no upcoming value. Do you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, along with that, I'll print I am subscriber one. I am subscriber one, or else it will be confused. Okay. Suppose after this guy joined, they launched a new plan or a new car. They launched a new car. The publisher launched a new car. Cars publisher dot next. They launched a new. Actually, it should have been the what is that? Mm, model names, but I'm using the company names. It's okay. If we are understanding, it's fine. Now another car came, which is Maruti. Now, so this subscriber, will it get that? This subscriber is eligible for Maruti.
Yes.
So as soon as a new data gets pushed, this guy will see how many subscribers are there. How many subscribers are there? Send a
One
notification to
subscriber.
all the subscribers. Huh? So there is one subscriber. The subscriber will get a notification, right? Hey, a new car is being launched. Are you interested with this model? Is it clear?
Yes.
Suppose somebody else comes and joins. Somebody else, there is another subscriber who comes and joins in the month of April. And in the month of May, one more car got launched. Right? Toyota. So this subscriber will get how many cars? And this subscriber will get how many cars?
One will get
subscriber is
2.
2 and subscriber 2 is bit 1 Toyota.
Subscriber 1 will get what all cars?
Maruti and Toyota.
Maruti and Toyota.
Toyota only.
Only Toyota. Yeah. Subscriber. Oh, maybe that text I didn't change. Yes. Hope it is clear, right? So in
Yes.
case of subject, the publisher will not wait for subscriber. I don't mind whether I have subscribers or not. I will publish my data. Whoever joins me, they will get all my upcoming values, right? So this guy is eligible for all the upcoming values. This guy is eligible for all the upcoming values. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is how subject works. In case of subject, what happens? Only the upcoming values. The subscriber gets only the upcoming values, doesn't get the previous values. Whatever is gone, that is gone. You are not eligible for the old data. Behavior subject works little different. In behavior subject, the subscriber gets one previous value and all the upcoming values. If it is behavior subject, if the publisher is a behavior subject, if the publisher is a behavior subject says, okay, I will give one concession to you. I will give you the last value and the upcoming values. How we will do that? Let cars publisher is equal to new behavior subject. And whenever you use behavior subject, make sure you pass some default value.
1 second, Sanjay. Can you
Ha,
comment it out and put a new one so
yeah,
that we
New
can
method.
practice it?
yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Now, okay, I can create a new method altogether. Why to comment? Let me not call here, right? I'll not call at all. This dot behavior subject. Behavior subject demo is another method. So I'll repeat. Only the function name I'll change. So in behavior subject, what happens? Whenever we create a publisher, we will use a class name. The class name is behavior subject, which is a RxJS class. Behavior subject, when you use, it will ask you always, whenever you get some error, don't worry, understand what is the error. The error is saying expected one argument, but got 0. So it is expecting one argument. That argument is nothing but the default value, default car, or some name. We can say Audi, BMW, something like that. So this is the default car. When you create the publisher, you have to create a publisher with some default value. So when we create one behavior subject, the default value will be empty array. The default value will be empty array. At the end, we will play with array of objects, right? So the default value will be empty array, or we can have one array with one object, something like that. That will be the default value. So here default value is default car. Suppose there is a guy who joins here. If a subscriber joins here in line number 29, this subscriber will get how many data?
1, I think.
So because one default.
One data. Honda.
Maruti and Honda.
This subscriber will get one previous data and all upcoming data.
Yes.
So this subscriber will get Honda, Maruti, Toyota.
Toyota.
This subscriber will get Maruti and Toyota. One extra value from Honda, Maruti, Toyota. Subscriber 1, subscriber 2, Maruti and Toyota. If somebody joins here, what if somebody joins here? What all values that guy will get?
Default car.
Default
Default
car,
Tata.
all the upcoming cars.
Yes.
Yeah. So this one we can say current value, or we can say previous value, because this is next value. If this is next value, we can call it as current value. We can call it as previous value. Anything is fine. So when we use behavior subject always will give one previous data and all the upcoming data to all its subscribers. It will give one previous data and all the upcoming data to its subscribers. Next, this is behavior subject. There is something called replay subject. Replay subject. What do you mean by replay? Movie replay.
PS data, we can say.
We can go to any place and we can start watching, right? Replay, starting from the beginning till the end. We can again watch the movie. So it is the same thing. So no matter when a subscriber joins, no matter when a subscriber joins, the subscriber will get all the previous value and all the upcoming values. First, understand the concept, then we will discuss real-time use cases. First, let's understand how they work. Next is replay subject. In replay subject, the subscriber joins after two values are published. But how many data this subscriber will get? Two or all the data? Yes. Subscriber 1 gets 4 data, Tata, Honda, Maruti, Toyota. Subscriber 2 gets 4 data, right?
Yes.
All the subscribers will get all the data, no matter when I subscribe, right?
Yes.
Yes. The last one is async subject. Async subject, the subscriber gets latest value when stream gets closed. Okay. The last one is async subject. Async subject. Async subject. In async subject, what do you think? The subscriber will get how many data?
I think one.
Test.
Toyota.
Toyota.
Toyota only.
Toyota only will get.
Yeah, your guess is correct. Your guess is correct, but now they will get nothing. They will get nothing. Why? Because there is a concept. The concept says latest value when the stream gets closed. So the subject is saying, or the publisher is saying, I'm yet to push more data. I'm yet to push more data. I'm yet to push more data. So when we close cars publisher dot complete, I'm done. When this publisher calls complete method, before complete method, what was the last value? That last value will be given to all the subscribers. So we need to understand that, though here also we should call complete method because there is the endpoint, right? But they don't matter because they are active and they are waiting that the publisher will give me some new data, will give me some new data. But here the subscriber is saying, when I'm subscribing to a publisher, when the publisher closes, what was the last value? The last value was Toyota. So both the subscribers, they will get Toyota. Most of the people, those who claim that we are Angular developers, we have enough experience with RxJS, we are using subject, behavior subject in our project, they will not be able to explain how subject, behavior subject, replace subject, and async subject are different. Most of them, I'm not saying all of them, most of them. Yeah. No, sometimes people take it serious. But yeah, I understand nobody will do like this. Again, I'm saying this is not the real-time example. I will show you real-time example, but this is the smallest example I can show you to make you understand how subject, behavior subject, replace subject, and async subject are different. To make you understand, I have to go with strings, numbers. Then we will understand real-time example. And please have patience. Now, I have a question. Are you clear with these four things? If it is clear, can somebody summarize what is subject, what is behavior subject, what is replace subject, and what is async subject? The subscriber has power to read the data. The subscriber has ability to write the data also.
Subs-
Yeah, we are yet to discuss that part, but the subscriber has that power. Huh? Hmm. So in case of subjects, the publisher doesn't care whether there is a subscriber or not. It will keep emitting the data even if there are no subscribers, right? Okay. Yes, yes. So in subject, the subscribers will get only the upcoming values. When I subscribed, before I subscribed, if some values were already emitted, I am not eligible for those emitted values, the past values. I am eligible only for the upcoming values. In case of behavior subject, if I am a subscriber, I am eligible for one previous value and all the upcoming values that the publisher is going to publish in future. In case of replay subject, I am eligible for all the old plans and all the new plans. In case of async subject, the subscriber will get only the latest value when the stream gets closed or when the publisher completes. When the publisher says, I am done, this is my last data. The last data every subscriber will get. Is it clear? Now let's
Yes, sir.
understand with one example. We will understand with one example now. What is the example? We will have one message component. We will have message component. One component will add message. Another component will read the message. We will develop one application like that. Okay. So let's do one thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain subject example. For that, first of all, I'll create a message service and I will create two components. Let me create a service. The service name is message service. I'll create a service, ng generate service, services, message. Message is a service.
You typed yes.
Oh, sorry. Huh. So I'm creating a service. The service name is message. And I'll create two components. A component name is
Send a message.
send
Send
message,
message and receive.
send message, send message, or huh, send message and receive message. Send message, receive message. There are two components. Now, in center component, I will add two things: app send message and app app. Uh, I'll add one HR, app, receive message. These are two components. If there are multiple receivers also, it's not a problem. There can be multiple receivers also. I can have a receive message too. That is also possible. So what I can do, I can have two receivers. I can have two receivers like this. There is one sender and two receivers. Okay. Now, what we will do, I will go to message service. In message service, we will create one observable. In message service, we will create one observable. We will create one observable. Okay. We will create one observable. Here, what are we doing? Let me show you. I'll import. See, we have one subject, private subject equal to new subject. Instead of subject, if you want to call it as message publisher, that is also fine. Message publisher, that is also fine. If you call it as observable, that is also fine. So whatever you can call it, fine. So private message publisher equal to new subject. We are creating one subject. This is a subject, or this is a special observable. Okay, this is a subject. This is a publisher. Now, if this is a publisher, this publisher can use next method. There is a user defined method. The user defined method name is send message. This send message takes a message and calls this dot message publisher dot next. It will provide a new value with one object, message object. Clear message is saying this dot message publisher dot next. It will again give a value but null value. Send message, clear message, get message. What is this get message doing? It is converting this dot message publisher dot as observable. As observable is a predefined method. As observable, though subject is also one observable, using as observable, we can converts subject to plain observable. Okay. So we have send message, clear message, get message, or get messages. Are we clear? Any question here? No. Once we use the component, maybe it will be more clear. Let's wait for some time. Again, I'll walk you through all these files. Now, this is a service. I have all my common code here. I'll go to receive message component. In receive message component, what I will do, I will read all the messages. If I want to read all the messages, I'm a subscriber. Right? So what I'll do, first of all, I'll declare a variable messages is one array. Then in ng on init, I will say, first of all, I'll inject message service, private message service. No, message service has a method who will give me all the messages. The method name is get messages. So I'll say this dot message service dot get messages. If I call this, it will return me one observable. So I have to subscribe. I'll get, uh, I'll change it to get message only, get message only, get message makes more sense. When I subscribe, I'll get message data. When I get message data, or I can say response, anything I can say. Once I get the data, I will inject here. I will push it to this array. This dot messages dot push message. Because if somebody calls next method, it will inject one message object. My subscriber will get a notification here. So, so everything that happens with this publisher, all the subscribers will get notified. One of the subscriber is receive message component. The second subscriber can be receive message component 2. This also can be a subscriber. Both of them are subscribers. Both of them are subscribers. Receive message is a subscriber. Receive message 2 is also a subscriber. Now, suppose receive message wants to print the data in a table. So receive message component will write table dot table ordered table striped, then tr, then star ng4 is equal to let message of messages, then td, then message dot text. The same thing we can do it for receive message 2 also. This is also a subscriber. Both of them are subscribers. Okay. Now if we go and see, we have send message, we have receive message 2. They have no message. Now somebody has to send a message. To send a message, I'll go to send message component and send message HTML. In send message HTML, I have an input box. I have a template reference variable, new message, and there is a button also. Send message. On click of this, it will call send message method, send new message method by passing new message dot value. This function should be available in send message component. And this guy has to be dependent on service. So it will inject message service. This send message is using message service and will call a method here. It will call this dot message service dot send message and new message. And let's say there is a clear method also. There is a clear messages. On clear message, what it will do? Clear message we will implement later. For now, let's validate send message. Now, the top one component is a sender. These two are receivers. They are subscribing to observable, and they are waiting. If there is any data, please let us know. Please let us know. Please let us know. So whenever we type something here, hello, and we hit send button, both of them will get notified. Both of them will get notified. Send message is not defined. So send new message. Send new message. Message service. Message service has send message method,
I
which is
think on click is underscore HTML. Yeah.
okay. So there are two subscribers. There are two subscribers. They are eagerly waiting for new data. When this guy sends something, both of them they get notified. You see?
Yes.
So whenever a new data comes, both of them they get notified. I click the button 2 times, nothing else. So there can be n number of receivers, and whenever there is some change happens with the subject, whenever something happens with the publisher, whenever this publisher publishes a new data, no matter how many subscribers are there, all the subscribers they will get the data because they are subscribing. They are saying, I am your subscriber. We are your subscriber. Whenever you have some new data, please do let us know. So when this guy sends a new data using next method, all the receivers receive message component is getting notified. This guy is getting notified and gets a new message. By using that message, it is pushing it to its own variable messages and iterating and displaying the data in a table. Suppose we will have one clear message button. Right? Suppose there will be a clear message button. In send, there is a button called clear. Suppose I'll say clear MSG. Clear MSG is a function. What this clear MSG will do, will go to component, will write this. This has to call the service method. This dot message service dot clear messages. But it won't work now. It won't work. When we say clear, nothing is working. Why? Because message service, when somebody calls clear message, it publishes a new thing called null. So the subscribers, they have to write the code in such a way that the subscribers, they have to write a code in such a way that they have to add a check here. If message object is there, then only do it. Otherwise, this dot messages is equal to empty. So this logic, the receiver has to write. The receiver has to write this logic. Once the receiver writes this logic, it will be working fine. The first message is A. Both the receivers they got. Second message is B. Both the receivers they got. When we say clear, it got cleared out, right? So whenever something happens with this message publisher is the single point of contact or source of truth where we have the data. Whenever something happens with this message publisher, the subscribers, they get notified and they react accordingly. Does it make sense? Because somebody is clicking clear messages button, they want to clear all the messages. The easiest way to do it is make the array empty. That's all.
So send message, we are sending that then dot next text message. That means we are sending the text. That is a message.
Let me explain one more time. We have a message service. The service has a publisher, private message publisher equal to new subject. Then we have our custom methods. We have custom methods so that we can call those methods from different components. One method is send message. If somebody will call send message, it means the publisher is publishing a new message. Instead of send message, I can change it to publish message also. Yeah. So when somebody calls a send message method, the publisher will publish a new message. The publisher will publish a new message. When somebody calls clear message, the publisher publishes a null value. When somebody calls get message method, the publisher converts himself into one observable and sends that observable. Okay. There are three methods in the service. Now we have three components in our UI. One component is send message component. There are two more components, receive message. What receive message is doing, receive message has its own variable called messages, then injecting message service, then on init saying, I want to subscribe get message method. This dot message service dot get message. It's a observable. I want to subscribe that so that whenever new data comes, I should be notified. Whenever a new message comes, if the message is there, I will push it to my array. If message is undefined or null, I will make my array empty. The same thing is being done by receive2 component also. Then there is a component called send message and send message HTML. In HTML, we have a new input box and we have a send message button. On click, we are reading the value from this input box and giving it to send new message method. Send new message is written in component. The component has no logic, has to call the service. So saying this dot message service dot send message or publish message, publishing a new message. When it is publishing a new message, all the subscribers, they get a notification, hey, new message is published. Please take the data. There is a button called clear message. When we call clear message, this dot message service dot clear message. So anything happens to this publisher, all the subscribers, they get notified. Is it clear?
Now is clear.
Yeah. anywhere, anything, whoever is a subscriber. All the time we should not use again service subject. If there is parent child relationship, only parent wants to send the data to a child, only two components should be involved, go with @ input, huh? Yeah. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I can show you one more example. I will show you one more example. This time you have to understand. I'll show you one more example. We go to Flipkart. There is a cart. We go to products component. When we click on add to cart, somehow the cart component gets notified, right? The cart component gets notified. I'll implement that also using subject. Please try to understand. Okay. So what I will do, I will create few components and few services. First, I will create a component. The component name is cart. Cart is a component. Cart is a component. Then I will create a service. The service name is cart service. There are two things: cart component, cart service. I'll go to header component. In header, okay. Now if you go and see, this is how it looks like. So I have a header. I have a header. I have cart component here. This is my cart component. Okay, this is my cart component. Okay. Now, okay, this is my cart component. Huh. Now, I'll go to cart component. In cart component, I'll say cart. Okay. Then in center component, if I'm going fast, you are not able to follow me, you have to stop me. I don't know whether I'm going fast or this speed is okay. Okay, we have a cart here. We have a cart. We have a cart here. Okay, fine. So we have a cart. Now I'll go to center component and I'll enable my products page. I'll enable my products page. Okay, this is my products page. Now in this products page, as soon as I click on add cart, as soon as I click on add cart, cart. Your item is added to cart. So I should see the length here. Okay. Let's implement that. For that, I'll go to cart service. In cart service, I'll create one subject or behavior subject or whatever it is. So I'll create one subject here. What I'll do, I'll say private cart items, cart items publisher is equal to new subject. Okay, new subject. Subject is a predefined word. Subject is a predefined word. Then we will have methods. Get cart items. Get cart items. Return this dot cart item publisher dot is observable. Then there is a method add item to cart. It will get one item of any object and will say this dot cart item publisher dot next item. Do you have any question here? Subject to normal observable, because people will subscribe. Yeah. So we have two methods. One method is returning observable. One method is adding items to the cart. Okay. Now, who will read the data from this publisher? There are two things. If you consider cart is a place where we maintain everything. Now think, who will add the items to the cart? Who will read the items from the cart? Product list will do what?
Is a publisher.
Sir,
Product list will publish something, right? Huh? Product
Yes.
list will add the things to the
Cart.
cart, and cart component will read the things from there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what we will do, cart component .ts will have a variable cart items, then we'll inject cart service, private cart service. Then we'll write here this dot cart service dot get cart items dot subscribe. One item I'll get. Once I get one item, if item is there, my cart items dot push item. Else this dot cart items equal to empty array. We can have one more method also. Clear cart. it will publish nothing. Okay. Okay. So now cart component is subscribing and we'll write here, we'll write here, we'll write here span cart. What is the variable? Cart items, cart items dot length class equal to text danger. Okay, so cart component will show how many items are there. Okay, I used to write Angular syntax in React. Now I'm writing React syntax in Angular. It happens. Yeah, now 0 items are there in cart. We can always write if else condition. If it is 0, don't show. Those conditions we can always add. Uh, I don't have to explain that. You people are in a position to take care of that. If it is not 0, then only show. Yeah, so cart, nothing is there now. No items in the cart. Now, whenever we click on add to cart, we do something. So let's go to now. Let's go to product list. In product list, there is a button called add to cart. This add to cart, when we click on add to cart, we can pass the product. We can pass the product. We can pass the product to add to cart method, and add to cart uh, product list will have a method called add to cart. We will get the product information. Anyway, it is showing sword.fire. After that, it will say, it will inject the cart service. It will inject cart service and will say this dot cart service dot add item to cart. The item that I'm trying to add is prod. So initially we have nothing in the cart. The cart is empty. When somebody clicks on add to cart, here I clicked. Oh, congratulations, your item is added to cart. Okay. There are one item. Somebody goes and adds this. Okay. Another item got added. There are 2 items. Do you see? We are showing only how many items. We also have what all items. Hope you understand, right?
Yes.
Is it relatable?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to print what all items are there in the cart, you can always call this method get cart items. Whoever will call this method will get to know what all items are there in the cart. Get cart items is the method which will give you what all items are there in the cart. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I hope you people are able to relate the things, huh?
Yes, sir.
But you have to practice. You have to practice, guys. You understood the concept, but you have to implement. And and don't restrict your practice to what I am explaining. You try to do something extra, something new. And I think after today's session, Alok will try out something. His drop down changes and other things were not working. Right, Alok?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe.
it come up. It come up when we start doing the things and something come in mind. Okay, let's try this way. So don't know anything.
Okay. But the concept is clear, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Without practicing, this will be in our memory for next 1 or 2 hours only. Without practice,
Exactly.
it won't remain. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Without practice, it will be there for only couple of hours or maximum 1 or 2 days. If we practice, it will be there for longer time. That is the difference. Thank you. I'm always trying my best to explain with valid example. But before that, I have to explain the concept, right? So yeah.
So I have a
But
question here. So in your note, you said to communicate between different components, we can use either service or you can use either subject or behavior subject. Can you also do with retracer subject or the async service or no?
yeah, when we take the word subject, it says
Mean
four
any
type of
subject.
subjects.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it. And this is what you mean communicating with different components
correct,
by
correct.
sending or receiving.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not any type of subject. It is
Normal
particularly
subject.
subject.
Yeah.
So in notes, if you find subject, maybe I might be relating to all four type of subject, but here it is particularly subject. It is a predefined class coming from RxJS library. If you change it to behavior subject, it will start failing because it will expect you to pass a default value. Yeah. Yeah. So here in code, when we see something that is very specific, because these all are predefined keywords, these all are predefined class names from RxJS package. No, no. Context API, we can say context API only just we are just lifting the state, right? Instead of passing the data from component A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, just to avoid that, we use context, right? So here it is not that. So here we can simply think who is publisher, who is consumer. Publisher consumer concept here. There can be n number of consumers. There can be n number of subscribers. They don't have to be related components. Mhm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, possible.
That is what we are using subject, right? Subject can modify.
Modify means
Just delete.
maybe we have to write that logic in component. We can, okay. Yeah, when somebody clicks on delete, maybe we will have a method here, delete cart item with a flag. I'm deleting this item, and the main logic will be there in the component. So where um, here we have to maintain the main logic, whether we will push the data to this cart items, or we will make it empty, or we will delete one of the item. That logic will be written here. The publisher will just send a notification what is happening. Yes, yes, yes. Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we can relate this with notification technique. There is someone who is notifying hundreds of people. Hundreds of people, they are getting notified when something happens.
So on the same example, when we are adding item to cart, if when in the real project like the Flipkart project, if the user login, should we also call the API to update the database at the same time in the service?
Mm. Can you come again?
So let's say the user login to Flipkart and they are adding
Hmm.
item one by one to the cart, right? And we are
Hmm.
just updating the cart array to include that new product which has been added. So
Correct.
should we
We
also
should
call
also
the
store the data in database, because
so
let's say I have
right,
two item in the cart. I log out. Tomorrow I log in. I should see my data, right? I should not lose
right,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
we should also maintain.
right,
And here we can use behavior subject here before initializing. Fetch the data from database when the application loads or when the user logs in. Let's say ABC user is logging in. First fetch for ABC user how many items are there in the cart in the database. Fetch them, then initialize. Initialize your behavior subject with one array of two items. Then there is a chance that today again user will add one more item to the cart, or will delete one item from the cart. So we have to maintain it in database. Yeah, for
and
sure.
how it's happened, and let's say the user didn't log in. Okay, I open a browser and I have added two items in the cart. I close the browser. I didn't log in, and tomorrow when I open the browser again and went to Flipkart, those two items is still in my cart. How it's showing?
Is it really happening like that?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't clear the cache.
Is it okay if I stop the recording?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Recording stopped.
Okay, I have one item in the cart, right? Maybe they are doing something with IP. No, no. Not sure. Maybe they use our IP to understand. Yeah, it's still there.
Or try different way. Maybe you added during this session and then close that entire browser and again open it up. Yeah, let's try this one. Open the browser again and then try go to Flipkart. It's
Still
still
there.
there. Yeah.
Mm.
Try this one now. Clear the cache and uh, open the Chrome again.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it
there.
that's when it was with the browser.
Mm. Yeah, some extra logic is written.
I think it was in the cache memory.
Mm, but somebody is doing, right? Flipkart is doing that. Is Yeah, but they can they have access to my browser. We'll try in Amazon once.
I think
So
most
when
of the site use that technique. I
use
saw
that,
for
right?
Walmart as well. Yeah, I saw for
Mhm.
Walmart as well.
Okay. See, when we write something session storage dot get item, we are accessing the user's session storage, right? Not where the code is running. So they have access to my session storage. They have access to my local storage. No, no, no. They are not storing in session local. That's what I'm saying. It's not being stored in session or local storage. So whatever they are storing in session, local or cookie, we will be able to see. Yeah, we didn't do all these things, but Flipkart people, they have written some code to store some cookie information. Session storage, they have written logic to store all this information. Local storage, they are storing all this information in my browser. What is the last heartbeat send time, last BT call time? So they are storing. So whoever will hit flipkart.com in their browser, all these things will be stored. So they have written some logic. Amazon people, they have written some other logic. They have access to my session storage, local storage, session storage.
What is this local and session storage are these objects of stored?
Uh, in browser, we have one memory area. There we can store around 5 MB of data. So the not sensitive data we can store in session or local storage if we want to use those data somewhere near in the future.
Okay.
To understand from which country the user is accessing, what is the language, what is the last heartbeat time. Even earlier we used to use cookie, document.cookie. A cookie has few limitations. Now we are using session or local storage. So it varies from site to site. Session ID, Amazon people are maintaining in a cookie. Session token, they are maintaining in cookie. So cookie, session storage, local storage, these three things are browser's storage area where we can store some information. Yeah, they get to know from which country the user is hitting my application, with what language the user is hitting my application. Yeah, we saw the cart information gets stored in browser memory. When we explicitly delete it, goes away. Not sure what extra logic they have written. Okay, think that's all for today. We'll meet you on Monday.
Thank you so much. Please push the code.
I'll do. The thing is, this is too late. After this, I rush for dinner. I forget to push. I'll do it now. No. It's just a matter of few seconds. It is not taking even a minute. The thing is, I forget. Nothing else.
Why can't you plan dinner too early? It's because just for your health, I'm telling.
Yeah, what happens? No, 7:30. I have another React page, and if you have people like Arga and all, they will not let you close the session early. Every day he will ask a question and he will let me close the session just 2 minutes before this.
After 10:30 having dinner means
I'm just kidding, don't mind. People are asking questions, and that session goes till 9 o'clock. I don't get time to complete my dinner. Actually, I thought like that. That is why I had half an hour gap between the previous batch and this batch. I thought 7:30 to 8:30 I will complete React. 8:30 to 9 I will have half an hour time. I'll finish my dinner and I'll have this batch 9 to 10. But that never happens. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's
You are on demand.
no. Do you know the history about that note, right? People, they visited Hyderabad Naresh office and they told the way Sanjay provides notes is not useful. He should give us daily note. Hmm. It's my pleasure. I'm always trying to give some real time examples so that you can better relate. S- Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend, but don't forget to
So
practice the things.
those
Huh.
people who those people who those people who tell to send the daily notes, they don't see the actual notes. They
That's
don't
true.
refer it.
That's true. Yeah, we know. If we are active in the session, we know what we discussed today. We are here at line number 55. Sorry, 11:55. Tomorrow we are going to start 11:60. So we know everything, where we are, at what particular line we are today, we know that. If you are not able to identify what we discussed yesterday, what we are discussing today, what we are going to discuss tomorrow, maybe you are not active in the session. That's pretty clear.
Sanjay, this one. What is the extension you have used to show the file names as HTML5 and TypeScript as TS?
VS Code icons.
Okay, okay,
VS Code icons.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay.
I'm planning to have one VS Code session. It will take me 1 hour time, but I didn't get a chance. I'll explain you all the shortcuts related to VS Code. I'll have a session on that also.
You want a session on GitHub also?
I will have a session on GitHub also. I do it for every batch.
That's an added advantage from you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Next week we will find 1 hour. We'll discuss VS Code. Next week we will spend 1 hour for GitHub. Let's do that.
Maybe you can combine your React and Angular batch together to give the session. Why you
I
spend
thought like that.
That's a
There is
better
no
idea.
point of conducting this session 2
That is
times.
nice.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. We'll do something like that. Yeah. Can we do it on a Sunday, or people will not be turning up?
No problem.
both are optional? So it's you tell people that I'm conducting a free session for this one. If you want to join, it's good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. We can do that. Yeah, we'll plan like that. We'll have 2 sessions on 2 Sundays. One day we will understand.
Don't put some unnecessary extra effort. You are already doing so much.
You are interested in
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can combine. I'm planning to start Node.js. It's been 2-3 months. I'm waiting to start. Whenever I get a free slot, my next plan is Node.js. How to connect a React application with backend, how to store the data in Mongo database. That part I'm planning to start. Yes, yeah, I'll get 2 slots free, after 10 days.
So Sanjay, you told you will take one session on GitHub, right?
Yes.
Okay, that I actually need that one.
I mean one day session.
Yeah, that's fine. I think half an hour is also fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have one session on GitHub. We will have one session on Visual Studio Code. This Visual Studio Code will really help you. It will improve the productivity a lot. So, I know few people are still copy pasting Control C, Control V. We can avoid those things. No, it's not. It's not like we are not aware of those shortcuts. Just that. And there are thousands of extensions, thousands of shortcuts. Nobody can remember. Nobody can memorize everything. When I had last VS Code session, I remember I told everyone, if you want to learn VS Code, every one of you have to join from laptop. While I am explaining one shortcut, you have to practice and tell me whether it is working or not. It was like that. People joining from mobile, lying on the bed and watching a BS code session, it will be of no use. GitHub also, you should do the things along with me. When it is Angular, you can listen and you can practice later. But VS Code shortcuts, you have to do it then and there itself.
Sir,
Mhm.
A quick one for for the GitHub. So let's how many people we can contribute in one repository in GitHub? Is there any limit?
There is no limit, I think. It will be in hundreds.
Okay. I mean, up to 10 people, I think if it is okay, then it's good for me to use it because I need to see who is doing what. There are changes.
Definitely 10 people can contribute.
And I can see who is doing what.
Yeah, you can see who is doing what, how many commits are there. In a single commit, how many files are committed, which line of code is added, which line of code is deleted. You can see everything. If you want me to show, I can quickly show you also.
No, not now, not now,
Please
because
please have dinner. You
from
can have
mobile
it.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Do your dinner.
Yeah.
You are doing a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. No worries. Yeah, we'll see. We'll meet on Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy your weekend. Don't
Okay, sir.
forget to
Good
practice the
night.
things.
thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night.